My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Hey, you know what? A lot of us get into real estate investing with the idea of traveling more. And today's guest, Mr. Martin Ouellet, is doing exactly that. He is he's based in Kingston, Ontario, but today he's zooming in on one leg of a round-the-world-y kind of tour, all the way from Barcelona, Spain. Martin, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Thank you, Dave. Thanks for the invite.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit the backstory that's got you to the point where now you can be traveling around and enjoying traveling for months on end with your lovely family. So how did real estate start for you?
The idea of real estate started when I met some business gentlemen and ladies in early 2000, tackling other type of businesses. And they were all saying they're good Robert Kiyosaki, keep your job, develop a business, reinvest in your business, develop in yourself, build a team, and get freedom. So that residual income concept is basically what triggered to explore more what real estate can do in the early 2000s. I was at the time a lieutenant in the Army, and then I had a full-on career of 26 plus years as an Army officer, always evolving, getting educated, connecting with more people, and tackling real estate projects along the way.
For the military, you're tackling real estate projects along the way for the military?
No, I was having my normal life jobs during the day or deployments or training.
Yeah.
But I explored real estate as an investment the first time in probably 2008 in Gatineau. That's when I was just back from deployment in Afghanistan. I did have some money, so we had bought a house a few years before. I had seen the lift of selling that house, getting the profit of working in the basement of the house, improving the property, refinancing to buy a new property in Gatineau in a more expensive market, but still being able to tap into that equity, which led me to call a few realtors in town, meet with 5, select one that had what I was aiming for at the time, which was a portfolio of about 10 properties. And the first property we bought was one of his listings, of course, a semi-detached. We paid $149,500, and we had it for more than 10 years. And that's basically the property I sold to spoil myself a little bit.
Nice.
10 years later.
Yeah. Very nice. So what does real estate investing look like for you now? Fast forward from 2008, where you're doing single family homes. Now, what do you do, Martin?
I basically was opportunity based. 3 months after that semi, I bought a 6-plex in Gatineau. The plan was to keep it long term. Life added me turn it in 3 years. I had improved all the units. I turned over 100%. The market has picked up. My rents were from 600 to 850, 900 in each unit. I was attracted to go Central America, which we have common ground there, to tackle a real estate promotional project of development. I wasn't a developer, but promoted something that stood up in 3 years. It's been more than 10 years. People have visited the place on the Pacific coast of Costa Rica. Happy campers, a good vacation property. She'll head there soon to go and spend some more days. So I've tackled multifamily. Then we met some the network event. We met some.
I'm sorry, you broke up there. You met some what?
I met some. We met a gentleman in Quebec City that was doing condo conversion. And we looked at the numbers, and that project actually made the Real Estate Wealth magazine a year later with a 88% return. So we had a deal with that gentleman that would come in with the funds. I was brand new into raising capital. I went with my warm network of people. Of course, people knew me from the successes I had in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I was talking about it at the time as much as people know what I do in real estate today. But I'm a social person, people from sports, people from real estate, people from just hanging out. So we regrouped some capital and we invested into that condo conversion of a 6 unit rental to condos in Quebec City.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a huge success. That basically stood up Continuum Real Estate Services and paid for all the standing up fees, lawyers, and stuff at the time. And that was 2010. Then we focused on Costa Rica, doing rent to own for a little bit and got to know the market was appropriate for that. The properties values were going up 2 to 4%, 5% max, which is exactly the sweet spot for increase in value without having tenants, buyers not being able to acquire at the end. And that led me to 2018. So I basically focused on that, but I was very busy at that point in my career. So my focus was family and career with 3 kids at the time, getting senior in ranks, having
sorry,
more
were you still in the
responsibilities
military at that time?
all the time. I retired only a few years ago.
Okay.
So my priority was my family and serving. But in my free time, instead of playing Monopoly, I was playing real Monopoly. And I quickly realized that when you have a team, if you have the right people like at the right time, you don't, it's not a job. I never felt I had a job in real estate. I always felt I had a mechanism to have people come to our projects, get what they want out of it. Everybody's happy. And then we distribute profits, shares, income. And that's how I have evolved through real estate for the first basically 10 years of investing on 2018, which was a big pivoting point there.
Yeah. So 2018, is that when you retired from the military, or were you still going strong there? Or what happened in that year?
I was going strong in both realms. What happened is that I moved back to Kingston. I was in Kingston in 13, so I was basically a distance from my Gatineau, Ottawa portfolio, which we liquidated between 2015 and 18 to refocus on Kingston, which Kingston market at the time was booming. Right. So I was just getting into getting to do secondary suites. And then we said, okay, let's do 12 to 12 months. Why? A friend of mine did it. I want to do it too.
So the competitive thing kicked in.
Oh yeah, I am an athlete. I compete. I do my best. If I don't win, I don't win. But you always win. Like we always win. Or if I don't win the competition, it's okay. Just the fact that you set yourself a high objective and you really want to do it, like it's in your veins. And we did it. We basically did not acquire 12 in 12 months. We converted 12 in 12 months, which means I had already a few. I bought many under my name and corporations. And to complement, I did joint ventures with a few people because I could not qualify each month. Although I was qualifying and refinancing each month, it was like big deeds, like each month, boom, boom.
Nice.
I had to get some external investors to take on titles. And for example, September 2020, if I'm not mistaken, we bought 3 properties, and that was like a good month. And then it was 1 to 2 per month all year. Developed a good crew of contractors. Started on the hard way, learning about.
So were you were holding on to these properties? Is that correct, Martin?
Oh yes, buying to hold, add a unit, 2 or 3 units, depending on zoning and what we could do. Then these properties cash flow a ton. We went to 12, 13 properties. I divested 3 after that. Why? Because of timing and because we move into multifamily. So like most people have done, like the Monopoly game, buy 4, create a hotel. Well, we had 12, we sold 3. And last year was a good multifamily year because we bought a 15 and a 16 unit, legalized a 15 and 16 of each, gave value between $800 and $1 million on each property last year. Nice. So you see the evolution. And then freeing up my time and realizing that I have objectives in the military that I have achieved. There's a list of wish lists discussing with opportunity, time and space. I decided that I would complement and finish my license, my real estate realtor license.
Mm-hmm.
Because during that single year of buying houses, probably the realtor that was working with us made probably EBK. And I was like, okay, that's a huge expense when I know exactly what I want to buy and how.
Yeah.
And I was doing rent to own. So I was already selling my own things, and
Mm-hmm.
I was already selling condos in Central America
Yeah.
where you don't need a license per se.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to educate myself on a few aspects, of course. I got good mentors for that, but it was a natural step forward. It wasn't a big leap. It was just I had to, because it didn't make sense to do something else anymore.
Yeah,
Uh,
that makes no, that's really, really smart, Martin. So what does your real estate investing business look like today between active investing? Are you still doing the BRRRRs? Are you focusing 100% on multifamily? Where's the realtor business fit in? That kind of stuff.
yeah, I like the BRRRR. We created something different called the BR5. Just adding some R's.
BR5.
No, BRRRR, BRR. How many R's you can add to
Yeah, yeah. So
BRRRR, like the
you got an extra
magazine?
R in there. What's the extra R?
Yeah, of course. It was basically return of capital to
Ah,
investors. You can refinance, but that was to show that we're working with capital, which is not always obvious. My grandpa, which passed away a few years ago, was doing BRRRR. He was actually severing a lot of his land, building properties and renting them, and then he gave value to them and sold them later. So
mm-hmm.
it's not a new concept. The term, the way they approach the financial system, the way to find these things. Basically, our strategy at higher level is to generate value, to create value by any way of form.
Right.
So basically, in my family properties that we bought last year, we knew it was a good location. We knew the rent were below market for most of them. We knew we could improve the place. Some we just got lucky. 7 tenants between the time we signed the contract and signed the property for the acquisition had turned without no renovations, and we went to market
Perfect.
rent.
Yeah, that's
We
lucky.
renovated 4 of them completely.
Mm-hmm.
3 of them were just adjusted, and 1 of them was actually legalized as the basement unit, as the 16th unit. That was one property. 3 months before, I had acquired 100%, my wife and I, 15 units. And over a year, we have renovated 7 units
Are
completely.
you pretty hands-on with the renovations, or have you just got good crews that do it for you?
I got good crews. I started by doing a little bit of it. Last year, I did some demo with my own sons just to show them a bit on how to do. But I realized that the value of being on site when I started was to connect with the tenants.
Mm.
The first property was 100% us. The introduction letter was explaining who we are, condominium real estate, family-owned business, local business. This is our plan for renovations based on natural flow of tenants. If you want something better, you have already to decide. Really introduce ourselves as a family. So spending a few days demolishing, getting the container out, connecting with tenants, and then being there at different stages to show them the result of unit 8, the result of unit 9,
Ah,
10.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That really helped the tenants to take pride of ownership, pride of renting, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah,
Pride
yeah, yeah.
of living there.
Living there, inhabiting.
And just
Yes.
the final touches before we fly for Portugal a few days ago was the final like plants in front and the landscaping, and painting the address black. I did it. I
Mm-hmm.
spent the day getting fresh air. The guys had done all the rough job with all the machinery and my drain. I redid all my French drain on the side. Like very good job. Uh, and I redid the whole front, which was a day of work for me. It's like hands on. Um, my dad taught me to do everything, but more and more, my day is more about connecting people together, helping realtor clients as a realtor,
Mm-hmm.
and when there's an opportunity, bringing the pieces of the recipe together to make it happen. So
Yeah.
somebody
So
comes with enthusiasm with
you're a
good numbers.
connector. So
Yeah,
what do you find works best? Because it sounds like you've done a lot of joint ventures over the years. Martin, what do you find works best for you for finding these joint venture partners and getting them on board with your deals?
I don't really ask people to join me on project. I share an opportunity, and I've listened to some of your content, and we've connected it in the past, letting people know that you're credible, that you know what you do, that you're a source of sourcing properties or deals, or that you know how to put things together. When the opportunity comes, people come to you.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to stay connected with these people so that they know that you are a go-to person. I am getting calls in text, and managing my phone is probably what I do the most. I probably need a secretary just to manage my influx of people proposing or asking advice and proposing something.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that because it allows me to have a chat about, hey, where are you at with your investment? And then they're going to raise their 2, 3 things that they have difficulty with. And then, like, guess what? I know Anna and Joe that can help you. And then, oh, yeah, but I don't know them. And then I may jump in. If the opportunity is good, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Because let's have fun doing it, and let's make sure that you see that I'm serious about it, and I don't want to lose something more than you do. So why don't we do it do it like together? But I am walking away from joint ventures. I'm more into shareholders now.
Yeah.
Only because of the size of the properties, the stability of the structure. I don't need to JV and have somebody else taking like a title like I had when I wanted to buy 12 single family home.
Right.
I understood the limitations. I had to get people the title because of the standard
Yeah, just the
A-class,
way the deals
just
work.
the type of lenders I
Yeah,
was
so
dealing with.
you're getting into bigger deals. It's a different kind of a structure. It's a different kind of a process working with investors. No, that's great.
Exactly.
That's part of the monopoly game that you're playing, my friend, in real life. Hey, so Martin, what are your plans moving ahead for the next year or so? Where do you want to be taking your real estate investing business?
At this moment, we're consolidating what we have. We're improving the properties. For example, I have 2 duplexes that the bylaw changed in Kingston, and then I can do a third unit. It was already pre-configured to be able to be divided because we knew it was coming, because we're connected to people in town that knew that, oh, okay, there's a shortage, that may be an area where this is possible, but it's not. So beyond all the walls, everything is ready to submit a plan for a larger basement to become a triplex. So we got 2 of these. I was on the flight to Portugal, and the designers, True, was measuring the apartments with one of my team
Nice.
partners.
So you're going to be consolidating over the next 12 months, kind of really
consolidating, continuing to turn over units in the multifamily. We're traveling the world right now. We fell in love. We love Portugal. We fell in love with Spain, Barcelona. We're going tomorrow at Sitges. We're gonna go by the coast. I'm curious about architecture. I took some snapshots of designs of very modern type, but I can see a mix of architecture from the 1900 years.
Oh, the
mixed with what you
architecture in
see.
Europe is mind-boggling for sure.
Imagine the villas of California and Costa Rica, the modern one, and mix that Spanish architecture from
there
1905,
you go.
1908.
Yeah.
So I find that passion there. Like, I'm surprised that people take photos and people, oh, your photos are so great. Oh, because my heart is taking the photo. So I'm having fun. To be honest, Dave,
Good.
I'm having fun. More and more, I'm delegating tasks that other people are happy to take on. We go slowly, and it always depends on the property, what's there, the location, and what I want to do with each property. So some I'm still very close with my family that is taking care of the property. When some others, it's 100% delegated to some other people as we commonly know in the area. Because I don't have to. Somebody else
exactly.
is doing
You've
that.
outsourced, you've delegated that. Speaking of fun, Martin, time flies when we're having fun. So if people want to connect with you and find out more about your world travels, your real estate business, your realtor business, What can they do?
Come on social media, Martin Ouellet, MartinOuellet. You'll find me on Instagram. You'll find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, all the major social media. Just say
Probably the guy
hi.
with a lot of pictures of traveling and really nice properties in Europe. Probably that guy, right?
For the last 2 weeks, it's about that.
Yeah.
We're really public, but at the same time, it's to show people it's possible. We're just happy, and family and friends are all far away with the military. I got friends all over. So basically, we're meeting a friend tomorrow that I
Nice.
met actually in Costa Rica because her family was managing a hotel that we first went to in 2013.
Oh,
And now
wow.
they are here, and we meet tomorrow with the families. So yeah, that connection is pretty strong. Yeah, people are
Awesome.
welcome to connect and let me know what they want to do in the area of Kingston or anywhere, just to chat.
Fantastic. Martin, thanks so much for being on the show. Keep up the good work.
A pleasure, Dave. Thank you.
Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now, at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.